Not exactly sure how I screwed this up, but the first video I thought I filmed of this repair, I did not. So I went back to the triple door cake freezers that had the bad controller on the left side with a new controller and some new knowledge from some of you lovely people out there. So here's what we did. All right, if we're lucky, we learn every day. So what I did is I reversed the white probe is the room temperature probe and the blue probe is the evaporator. All right, sorry, got a phone call. All right, so two probes, blue and white. Blue is the evaporator, white is the room temperature. This displays the room temperature. So I flipped them and all of a sudden this was showing 190 degrees. Obviously a bad probe. Well, with that being 190 degrees, it'll never let you go into a defrost. So I don't think we had a control problem, we had a probe problem. So I ran a new probe up, which is a giant pain in the butt. Tucked it into the evaporator. Well, first I put it in a cup of water and I got 33 degrees. So I know my probe was now working proper. So we're gonna let this pull down and see what she does. This other unit, they said, keeps going out on them. Currently it's 0, but the fans are off, so I don't know what's up with that. We'll let this go and we'll really dig into that one. Alright, so I reversed the temperature probes on this one. So that's what our coil temp is reading, so that's good. So something's wrong with the setup because it shouldn't have dropped out the fans. We're not in a defrost and the fan stopped. So what's going on here? Also, they're telling me they got no ice being made, which is correct. Made of Scotsman, sorry. Flashing to max harvest. So that means it sat here long enough without hitting the ice probe thickness sensor. Got good water flow. Maybe a refrigerant issue. Well, this is our remote condenser to the ice machine. And it's nothing but oil. Alright, it went into a harvest cycle. And then it came out of a harvest cycle and it says bin full. That is the light that indicates the curtain. Yeah, so it thinks the bin is full. So the curtain probe is lit up. That's the far unit, right-hand unit. So it's going to shut down and stop making ice. Let's see why. Well, maybe I have it installed incorrectly. That's why it thought it was full, because it was literally open. Now once that stays closed for a certain amount of time, this bin full should cycle back over into freeze. Why did it get hung up? As it opens and it pushes. Yeah. There's a piece of ice back there. So she just did the fire breathing thing while she prepared to go into her freeze, and now here she goes. So maybe if we can keep this from hanging up. As I stood here, just kicked out of its defrost and went into recovery. I don't think I got a hanging probe in there right now, but it's still a freezer. And once the oil gets cold enough, the fans will kick on. All right, so I left that there while I was doing other stuff. We're now producing ice. I replaced this pressure switch. It's the rig I built, 60 PSI, man. So it keeps throwing pump air because the pressure switch isn't shutting down. Damn. I gotta replace this pressure switch. It's under warranty. But seriously, this location is the one that I just did the work reviving this machine. I got here today, this machine was turned off. I asked why, and they're like, well, because we're only using that one. Except this one's being very problematic. I come to find out this side has a bad pressure switch, which is new, so I can change that under warranty for them, no problem. But, so I pulled this side down. They had a broken, part of why they pulled that side down was they had a broken air mix port. You can see right there, it's got a big crack in it. So I've taken, we have a bad pressure switch and a broken port. Now they're running 3 good barrels. Like, there's no sense. This one I've just started frosting, so maybe not yet. Yeah, getting there. So instead of running 1 barrel, they're running proper trap on the unit. You can see it's been building water. So putting a drop on it first very much helps. I may shorten it up so it just comes right out and drops. That way you get a little more water pressure pushing through the junk. You can see there's water gathering around the bottom. All right, proper P-trap, and then it leads through the scuppers of the building.